when you separate from your partner after you guys got married, do you term that one as ex-husband or ex-wife?
Yes, that one is you had a commitment. And then
In a relationship, there's no commitment.
The commitment in marriage is different because you guys splitting in marriage, definitely maybe there might be kids. And then communication after marriage is key. Even if you meet a single mom today,
Technically, there can be kids.
Okay, so what if there are no kids?
If there are no kids,
In the marriage.
if there are no kids, then
So there's no need for communication.
no need for much communication. But if there's,
I agree with her because what are you
there's
communicating
no need
for?
for much communication.
What are you communicating
It's
for?
even more serious.
If you wanted to communicate, you would have stayed in the marriage to
marriage and
communicate.
communicate. But since we've gone our separate ways without kids, then what do we have again in common? Nothing.
What is in common?
What?
But your both names were on the same
You've not seen married
legal
people looking
paper
like each
and
other.
everything.
But you can't look like a
So you
So because the both of you look like
I came out and somebody said I look like you.
Yes, now somebody said, are you this person's sister?
I won't look like this other person.
So for every time you get a compliment asking if you look like
No,
you,
I'm not
call
saying-
him and say,
no, I'm not saying
hey
I'm
babe,
like
so
that.
oh sorry, my former babe, oh sorry, former husband, or what madness.
That should have brought that condition was kids if you had kids. You can even imagine okay,
Yes.
if you have
Co-parenting.
If you're dating a single mom, maybe let's say someone that just
Give birth.
gave birth out of wedlock. If you're dating her, I know we had an issue. My cousin was dating a lady who had a baby. But the issue he had was that she was still communicating with the father of the baby, of which you cannot stop it.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You can't.
In
And then
that case,
you just have to deal with it.
in that case,
and then what
it
he
would
did
be
is
nice if he was in the whole picture of the communication.
See, it's not going
Yeah,
to be.
but you
it's
can
not going
never
to be
really be
possible.
100%.
You
can't be 100.
Even
You
if
cannot be 100%
the kind of
in the
person he
picture. That's
is.
the problem.
What he did was that he just walked out on that relationship because he knew the kind of person he is. It's not all people that can handle
But in that case, is he an ex?
That's
Because she
what I
was
was
not
going to ask
married
her.
to him. She just had a child for him.
You know there
In
can
that
be,
case,
you know,
is he an
you know
ex?
there can be a one night stand that can produce a child.
Is that
Okay.
still an ex?
It
Because
depends
child don't
on-
enter the
That's
matter.
an ex.
That's not an ex. You cannot tell
That's
that
an
ex.
ex-fling.
So fine.
Is there
But
ex
there is still
inside?
ex.
There's still
No,
ex.
no, There's still ex.
Because there's
We're
an
talking
ex.
about ex
Ex what?
boyfriend.
Don't get me wrong on saying the part of no ex. So why I'm
Okay.
saying is just that because I don't want people to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Because someone dwelling on the past that this my ex, you keep remembering the past, remembering the hurts, remembering the
memories.
wrongs, and then before you know it, psychologically it will drain you down,
So
to
you're
weigh you
using
down,
affect
defense-
your
but-
current
affect your life.
So you're
relationship.
using that
But
as a
using-
defense mechanism. That's why you're using
That
the
logic,
concept
even
of
normal
no ex.
friends, even normal guys, you still remember when they do you dirty now. You will still remember the things that they do to you.
But don't hold on to it. That's what I'm just saying. Don't keep on to that ex. Okay, how many relationships have you had?
You're attacking.
No, just a question.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how many people have been in relationships with
He has
me
a lot,
that
he has a lot.
No, I
That's why
just
he
don't
can't
know.
count them.
So by the time you
off
have,
the
so
top
by
of
the
my
time
head.
you keep counting, and then you keep holding on to each one. Then you don't have time to plan any other thing in your life. You just be counting time of
take
ex.
good parts from
ex, ex.
everybody.
Okay, still
Food
dwelling
salads.
on this situation where a lady has a child for a
someone
guy
else,
and then she gets married to someone else. So what if there's an issue with the child, maybe a health challenge,
Yes.
and she needs money, and her current partner, who is not the father of the child, is saying,
Forthcoming.
yeah, he doesn't have money and everything, and then she asks the actual father of the child, who is an
What to
ex
do?
or not an ex,
Ex.
But what
Depends
to
on.
do?
and then
Or the sperm
that's
donor.
communication.
The sperm donor. You
Wow.
first as a sperm
You
donor.
really like to
Yes.
No, you
liquidate
can't. You can't meet the sperm donor and ask him for
What's
money.
the father of
As
the
I'm
child?
concerned, is
Okay,
a
well,
okay,
he's the
okay.
father.
I
Yes.
thought you were literally talking about sperm donors.
the father of the child.
you
But
can't
she's,
meet
that's, she's trying to say
to that child.
detach feelings as far as you're concerned because
You know my problem. You know my only problem with you. You know my only problem with her. The way she says these things here, it's like it's like a
It's
computer.
like emotions
On
are
and
come
nothing.
Zabia
Yo, we're talking
No, it's
about
just-
human beings.
But to
Yes,
answer your
that's why
question,
it's
money.
better for you. See,
Yeah.
it's harder, but by own way, it's harder. But if you take it aggressively that way, your life will be free.
Really?
Your heart will be free.
It's not everybody that takes things aggressively and then it works for them. Some
It's not-
people
it's not
take
everybody that
things
takes it
You're
aggressively.
winning formula that
and
will
then
make
it still
some
works
people
for
lose
them.
smoothly.
No kidding.
Then you keep counting the exes and then let's see how you win.
Yes,
What if
yes,
all of,
you
what
win
if
now.
all of them are
You
giving
win.
you severance packages? Anyways, to answer your question, yeah?
Yes.
If this money, the kind of wahala with money they cost, I cannot begin to, because in this case, first off, is the father of the child.
Yeah.
So it is only right that if the child has an issue or is ill, he will be in the picture. And if he's in the picture, it is not out of place for him to give money to sort out the child's issue.
It's his child.
It's his child. Don't forget that this new man, though not her new husband, is still not the father of the child.
But we agree he's an ex, right?
Yes.
And then eventually her communication with him can cause issues in her current marriage.
Yes, and V also when you were
The father, the new husband can communicate to the
You
father.
asked me a
of the
question
child.
earlier.
Okay.
And V,
Yes,
I
now.
think that's
No, it's
they
possible.
can
It
because
depends
of course
now.
you know that.
you have
Yes.
to communicate
Except
with
if
your child.
they went and they fought or something, but if there isn't the father, the new father.
No,
will
because
say,
the child, and,
you know.
and it depends. You know, at times the lady here, she goes with the child in most instances. So if she's going with the child, she's going to go and meet. You see, and there's
Well, in
another
most
problem.
instances, the lady goes with the child.
Yes, because
Yes.
it depends.
Not just here, I think it's a global phenomenon.
Most the lady tends to have the child with her
Yes.
because the man actually will not
Does
have time
have custody
or
of the
child.
child.
No, usually you find the mothers
Yes,
with the
mostly
children.
the mother.
So I think there's another problem and another issue here. You see, some women, before I meet you, some will hide it to you, even to the term of. But yes,
But
there are
that's
some ladies
also
that
because
actually there are
there's
some
some form
ladies
of
that
discrimination society for that.
no, that love me for who I am. If you guys are saying there's that thing called love, love me for who I am. My whole being,
See that we guys are saying it. She's straight it back to us.
Yes, love me with my whole garbage. So I'll tell you, if you're meeting me for the first time, I'll tell you, this is me. I have a child. This, if you're okay with it before we even start, so that
This is the father of the child.
and these are our
Yes.
situation, everything. So that in case if we're together, if anything happens to the child, if you've accepted me, you accept my child.
Mm.
So there's, I don't think
marrying you
it's just
in the
it's just maybe when you're not financially stable, that I'll say okay, I'll go back to the child's father for support. But there are some, but you find
But the father, sometimes the father will still want to come in.
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
because
Even
it's
if
his
it's-
child.
Even if it's financially
will
stable,
come
I would
definitely,
imagine I
but-
want to know what's wrong with my
So
child.
you should not ask. You should not ask.
I'm not saying you should not ask. Understand where I'm coming from? I'm just saying based on that question of help, as in help
Hell, yeah.
from the stepfather to the child.
Mhm.
There are some stepfathers, the parents that don't even care.
About
They will
the
sponsor
child
the child
accepting.
from not minding what the father is giving because the communication is between you and the father.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the problem
him.
now is, apart from the fact that she'll be asking the actual father of the child, there's also the ego of this man that she has married now.
Exactly.
Because you're going out to tell this one that you
Because
you,
it's still
I
an
love
ex.
to
Christmas
because
And she's
the father will
communicating
say,
with
this
an
is the one
ex.
you
Try
chose.
her,
This
all
is the
those
one you
stuff.
chose.
Yeah.
I don't think you see that ego because it is responsibility.
For a man,
No,
you're
it's
not
his
the man.
responsibility to do it.
You're not the man.
So
Why
for me
not?
going
You
out to
decide
ask
marry.
him,
You're not a man.
for me to go out and ask the father of the child, do this for your own son, your biological son.
Because it's different when you're asking because it is your son, but I'm asking because
I won't tell no.
husband
If I respect my husband
cannot-
at home, I'll not tell you that. If I respect you at home, and then for me to even have my own self-esteem as a lady, I won't let him know that I'm married to a broke guy.
So, Lockrit,
will
are you
know.
comfortable with?
He will know.
Let's say, for instance, you're married to a man that has a child somewhere. He was
Yes.
not married to her. Are you comfortable with your husband going out to go and visit the mother of his children?
I
outside?
can't stop him. I'm very okay with that. Seriously, I can't stop. I can't tell him to leave his daughter or his son.
No, I'm not saying he
Eh,
can.
but
He can
if
actually
you go and
from
visit-
afar. Yeah.
No, then
like
you go and
sponsor them.
No.
They can actually
you-
come.
you
They
the
can
girl-
actually
the girl
come
needs-
over.
the girl
But I'm
needs-
saying
the
The
going
child needs her
over.
father.
Yes.
The child needs her father in her life in any stage.
You won't be worried that it could trigger any kind of.
That's he going over there. The
It
children
depends-
can
it
actually
depends-
come
it
over.
depends on your self respect. If you can, okay, what caused the separation at the first place with her?
So we circle back now. To
No,
the
what
reason
caused it?
for
So,
which they-
so something caused it, and then you have a child, and then you guys left because you're not compatible or something.
you know they say
Fine.
Oh,
you
one
don't know
night-
what
so
you
you
have
have
to
no-
do.
So I cannot, even if it's one night, and I cannot take away the joy of a father from that child. I can't.
The place of the father.
I can't do that. Seriously.
Okay.
So you'll be
The father-
comfortable with him communicating
He can
with
communicate
her.
with her, go and see her. She can also come to the house and
That
see-
was what I was
Yes.
waiting to hear.
She can also come and visit.
Perhaps it will make more sense if they
Yes,
are all
if-
like one big family.
Yes,
I
she
mean,
can also come and
I
visit.
Like
guess.
the open marriage.
It's not the matter of open marriage. It doesn't mean it doesn't. But they mustn't have anything emotionally.
They won't have anything
Again.
emotionally. You know, maybe just the
And
child.
then
Come on.
earlier you asked a question. Was it a question or you like give an example of from working
Yeah.
and my ex happens to
Work in the same
Yes.
organization.
So now I want to also like bring this scenario into play. What if you apply for a job
Yes.
and then the organ at the top is
It's
your
your
ex?
ex.
What are you going to do?
She said
I'm
there's
there.
no
You
ex.
accept-
There's no. That's like there's no ex.
Okay.
So
you
if I go
accept-
So at that point,
If I
there's
go
no
there to-
ex.
if your
There's
husband thinks
Uh-huh.
believes that there are exes Yeah, and he knows you dated this man.
And you
then he wants
believe
to
he's
stop
not your ex.
All of a sudden, you go and apply for a job in this
And
hype, in this very rich
multinational
firm.
company, and then
multinational firm.
in this our
And all
Nigeria
of a
of
sudden,
today.
This guy was appointed as the COO of that firm. You go there and see. What?
Kami, that's why you're trying to tell me to reject the word because my husband is not comfortable
So
with
she's
it.
already
That's wrong.
answered. She's telling you never.
That's wrong. I'm going to take that job.
Even if you're going to have issues with your husband.
My husband is not comfortable with what?
With that job, with the fact that you're
If he had enough, would I have gone out to look for a job?
Oh, wow.
Okay, what if it's me? What if
If he
it's
had
me?
enough, would I have gone to look for a job?
So it's jobs. Okay, so if your husband is rich, you don't have to go out to look for jobs.
I can have my own self business.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Wait,
But there are some people that work and also have their businesses.
My husband can open a business for me.
your father can open a business for
My
you.
husband can open the business for me.
Can't you open a business for yourself?
Then let me go and struggle.
But you know that
So let
money-
me meet the ex and then get the job.
Yeah, but you know that money is
So you're saying-
money doesn't have gender.
So you're saying excommunication. If
It
if
depends.
I'm asking if do or don't, you're saying it's only in marriages that we have exes, but
Because
in relationship we do not have exes.
In relationship, there are no exes, but in marriages, there
As
are
far as I'm
exes.
concerned, there are exes in there.
I'm sure you've picked something. Nothing like X. Nothing like communication with X. I don't know. I really wish I could ask a question right now. But then, we're on the neutral ground. Tifam, we are together on this. Let's just be hearing our experts. Pick what we can pick, move with it. All right. Until next time, see you, enjoy your week, and have an amazing time.